The suspended Jaguar Justin Blackmon finds himself in trouble with the law once again. The former wide receiver was arrested in Oklahoma on another DUI charge. Now, he is already under indefinite suspension from the NFL for violating its substance abuse policy. According to the police report, in the most recent incident, police found Blackmon's car stopped at a street light with a brake light out. Now, the officer could smell alcohol coming from the vehicle. Blackmon eventually failed a field sobriety and breathalyzer test. So joining me now to talk about this, psychotherapist, mental health counselor Michael Zalawa. And good morning. We appreciate you coming in. I want to show the shot of Blackmon because we were able to pull a picture of him when he was first drafted. He's thin, he's sharp, he's in shape. And looking at him now in this picture, can you kind of make any idea, any thoughts about what he's going through?
Well, the first thing that stands out, obviously, is the weight he's gained in his face. And we also have to realize that that picture was taken about 4:30 in the morning, I believe, is when his arrest was. So it would suggest that his lifestyle is not consistent with what it was when he was obviously a well-toned athlete.
And you imagine that he's probably very depressed, too. I mean, this was supposed to be his career, his moneymaker, and
Correct.
It was stripped away from him based on his decisions. That it looks like a cycle that he just can't get out of.
Well, unfortunately, there's really no such thing as just a problem drinker anymore. There's usually something else going on. There's, we can obviously deduce that there's depression. There can be personality conflicts going on. To the average person, such as yourself and myself, it doesn't make any sense. However, when you get in and you begin to work with somebody and recognize what's going through their mind, a lot of it has to do with the sense of entitlement that professional athletes are treated very nicely and make a ridiculous amount of money, and there's a sense of entitlement.
And it starts very early in their career, too.
Absolutely.
I actually want to take a look at that because back April 26, 2012, that's when the Jags chose Blackmon as a #1 draft pick. So the team also at that time was aware of an arrest back in 2010 while playing for Oklahoma State. So they knew he had a problem, and most likely they offered him some type of counseling to help him combat that.
Absolutely. If you look, he blew a .24, which means that's 3 times above the legal limit. If somebody can function with that high of a blood alcohol level, they've got significant tolerance to alcohol, meaning they don't feel the effects. Right. But the alcohol is still obviously affecting their mind, body.
And when we look at that timeline, I mean, that was just 2 months after he was drafted.
Right.
So that meant that whatever they were trying to do to kind of get him to stop, curb his drinking, was not working.
Yeah, I can say for a fact the NFL doesn't play once you're in that system. They are pretty rigid with their guidelines.
Okay, and I want to look out because April 30th, 2013, NFL suspended Blackmon for first of 4 games of the season for unspecified violation of the substance abuse rule. November 1st, 2013, they suspended Blackmon without pay indefinitely for a second substance abuse violation. So this shows, I mean, he's not getting a handle on this. It's happening over and over again. I mean, he knew what was at stake,
right.
You know? So talk to me about what's in the mind of someone who just is an alcoholic and they can't get out of it.
You know, it's kind of interesting, and this is anecdotal. This has not been in any research, but in the 19 years that I've been doing this, there's a word in the English language that is interesting that most people with substance problems hate to hear, and that's the word no. They have an incredible reaction to the word no, and I think anyone in a situation as Mr. Blackmon's has heard no from multiple sources, and he is just reacting to that word no, and unfortunately is paying dire consequences not only for himself but for Jaguar fans.
And you said you do eventually think that he will get his life together.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's a holidays, what a great gift, but to actually get, abstinence and kind of get it. But unfortunately, we lose people all the time that don't get it, unfortunately.
All right, thank you for coming in. And again, if you are someone who is dealing with alcoholism, seek help because as you see, no matter what is at stake, it is a difficult battle to conquer. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.